Hi friends, so today we are going to discuss vocabulary class. You know friends, every word is an ocean. Every word is an ocean. Okay? So let's take one word, advice. A-D-V-I-S-E, advice. Okay? Number one, it is to advise someone. To advise someone. Advise means to tell someone what you think they should do, especially when you have more knowledge or experience than they have. For example, I advise you, think very carefully before making a decision. Second example, all US citizens in the area have been advised to return home. All US citizens in the area have been advised to return home. Also we can say advise somebody against doing something. Advise somebody against. That means equal to advise them not to do it. Advise them not to do it. Her lawyers have advised her against saying anything to the newspapers. Also, we use this word, common phrase, strongly advise. Strongly advise. So I would strongly advise you to get medical insurance if you are going to climb Mount Everest. Strongly advising. I would strongly advise you to get medical insurance if you are going to climb Mount Everest. Next, tell. Tell means to tell someone that you think they should do something, especially in order to avoid problems. It's a form of advice. Telling is also a form of advice. So the example is, I told him to go and see a doctor if he was worried. I told him to go and see a doctor if he was worried. Second example is, I told him he should take more exercise. For example, diabetic patient is there. Some BP is there, hypertension. Maybe because obesity is there. So I told him he should take more exercise. I told him, that means I advised him. To suggest means is also to advise. Suggest. You are suggesting someone something, you know. To tell someone your ideas about what they should do and where they should go, etc. So why not ask that, he suggested. Maybe my brother suggested me, so why not ask that? So second example, Jennifer suggested that I should apply for this job. Maybe my friend is there, Jennifer, she suggested me, that means she advised me that I should apply for this job. Here we are talking about advice only. These are the various forms. These are the variants of advice. Tell, to suggest, you know, like that. So giving advice. For example, the center gives advice to young people who have drug problems. Next, can you give me some advice? I'm thinking of buying a new computer. Can you give me some advice? I'm thinking of buying a new mobile phone, cell phone. Okay, friends? So, to ask somebody or someone to advise you, you can use in that way also. To ask someone to advise you. That means asking somebody's advice. Using can I ask your advice? I need to find somewhere to stay in London. Can I ask your advice? I need to find somewhere to stay in US. asking somebody's advice. So I always ask my friend's advice about computers. So I want to buy some new computer, I want to buy some maybe new mobile, some gadgets, etc. I always ask my friend's advice about computers. To consult is also a form of advice, but it is very formal. To get advice from someone who is paid to advise people, so you have to pay. For example, a lawyer or a doctor. So I want to consult my lawyer before I say something. That means to ask someone to advise you. So lawyer or doctor. For example, if these symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Some irritation is there, some fever is there, high fever is there, or some medical complication is there. So if the symptoms persist, consult your doctor. So I am giving advice to consult the doctor. I am using this word consult. That means consulting somebody about something. For example, tonight the president will consult his military advisors about the likelihood of an attack. For example, the detention is going on the border, the enemy is, they are trying to attack or something like this. So tonight the president will consult, he will take advice from his military advisors about the likelihood of an attack. Okay, friends? So this brings me to the end of part 1. In the part 2 we will discuss broadly about advice. Thank you so much.